Welcome to IAS project. In this video, we are doing some practice questions for Stone Age chapter. Particularly, we will be doing some Middle Paleolithic Age questions. In our previous videos, we have completed 35 questions. Now let's start with the 36th question. You can pause this video at any time, read the question and then answer it. Let's look at the question. Consider the below stone tools. 4 stone tools have been given here and the question is, which of the above stone tools were used by Middle Paleolithic Age people in India? We know that Middle Paleolithic people have used blades and burins, borers, scrapers and also points. Microliths were however used by Mesolithic people. They were not used by Middle Paleolithic people. So the correct answer would be 1, 2 and 4 only. Option B. The next question is, which of the below tools can be considered as characteristic tools of Middle Paleolithic Age? We have already talked about what characteristic tools are in our video lectures. Characteristic tools means the tools that are particularly used in a period of time where they were first manufactured during that time or where they were widely used during that time. Let's look at the options. The first option is hand axes, choppers and cleavers. This is false because these are the characteristic tools of Lower Paleolithic Age. The next option is blades, burins, borers and scrapers. This is correct because these are the characteristic tools of Middle Paleolithic Age. Along with this, points were also used. The next option is double-sided blades and burins. This is wrong because these were the characteristic tools of Upper Paleolithic Age. We have just discussed that microliths were first used in Mesolithic period. So they cannot be the characteristic tools of Middle Paleolithic Age. So the correct answer would be B, blades, burins, borers and scrapers. The next question is, consider the following ages in Holocene epoch. 3 ages have been given. The question is, which of the below answers represent the correct chronological order? Chronological order means in the flow of time. Medium level question, and this question is particularly important from the point of view of geography. However, we have discussed Holocene epoch and Pleistocene epoch in our Stone Age lectures. Therefore, we can discuss this question here. If we look at these 3 ages, we have to know what is the time period of these 3 ages. So the Meghalayan age was actually from 4200 years ago to the present day. North Grippian age started somewhere around 8200 years ago and it ended nearly 4200 years ago. Greenlandian age started somewhere around 11,000 years ago and it ended around 8,200 years ago. So the correct chronological order would be, first would be Greenlandian age, then North Grippian age, finally we have Meghalayan age. So the correct option is B, 3, 2, 1. If you want to know more about Meghalayan age, North Grippian age and Greenlandian age, you can go to the video which is being shown here. The next question is, new type of stone tools made in Middle Paleolithic Age were made from what? The first option is prepared stone cores. This is false because prepared stone cores and pebbles were used to make stone tools in Lower Paleolithic Age. Stone flakes is the correct answer because in the Middle Paleolithic Age, stone flakes were discovered to make blades, burins, points, scrapers and borers. The third option, flint, is also wrong because flint was used for making stone tools in Upper Paleolithic Age. And microliths were used to make stone tools in Mesolithic Age. So the correct option would be B, stone flakes. The next question is, consider the following statements regarding stone tools of Paleolithic Age in India. 3 options have been given and the question is, which of the above statements are correct? The first statement is, hand axe was the characteristic tool of Lower Paleolithic Age. Yes, this is correct. Second statement is, Middle Paleolithic Age people in India did not use hand axes. This statement is false because hand axes were the characteristic tools of Lower Paleolithic Age. This much is correct. However, the use of hand axes was not completely abandoned. Middle Paleolithic people mainly used flake tools. However, they also continued to use hand axes. Therefore, this statement will be false. The third statement is, Middle Paleolithic tools were usually sharper and lighter than Lower Paleolithic tools. This statement is absolutely correct because Middle Paleolithic tools were mainly made from stone flakes, and Lower Paleolithic tools were mainly made from prepared stone cores. So flake tools were smaller and they had sharper edge. If they were smaller, obviously they were lighter. This is a difficult question. So the correct answer would be 1 and 3 are correct. Option B. The next question is, consider the following statements regarding Middle Paleolithic age. Two statements have been given and the question is, which of the above statements are correct? The first statement is, Middle Paleolithic age is a transitional phase between Paleolithic age and Neolithic age. This statement is absolutely false because Mesolithic age is a transitional phase between Paleolithic and Neolithic. Middle Paleolithic age is actually a transitional phase between Lower Paleolithic age to Upper Paleolithic age, not Paleolithic and Neolithic. The second statement is, flake tools were widely used during this period, that is during Middle Paleolithic age. This statement is correct. So the correct answer would be 2 only is correct. The next question is, consider the below pairs. Two sets have been given. On one side we have stone tool and on the other side we have its usage. The question is, how many of above pairs are correctly matched? This type of question was asked in 2022 prelims. So whenever you are doing mock tests, please practice such kind of questions. Let's look at the first set. Blades are used for cutting of objects. Yes, this is correct. That was the main purpose of a stone blade. The second statement is, burins were used for carving of wood and bones. This is also correct because burin is basically a chisel type of tool and chisels were mainly used for carving. And what did they carve during this period? They did not have any metal and they could not carve stone with stone. So they carved wood as well as bone using their stone burins. The third pair is, scrapers were used for woodworking and hide working. This is correct because scraper is basically a tool that has sharp edge on one side. So using this sharp edge on one side, they made implements out of wood and they also made clothing from hides. Hides means animal skins. So the correct answer would be 3 pairs are correct. This is a hard question. The next question is, consider the following statements regarding stone tools of Paleolithic age in India. Two statements have been given here. The question is, which of the above statements are correct? The first statement is, pebbles and prepared stone cores were used for making tools in Lower Paleolithic age. This is absolutely right. This is how the tools in Lower Paleolithic were made. They were made by a process called as lithic reduction, and by the process of lithic reduction, they used pebbles and prepared stone cores to make hand axes, cleavers and choppers. The second statement is, stone flakes were used to make stone tools in Middle Paleolithic age. Yes, this is correct. Middle Paleolithic people created stone flakes from prepared stone cores by a process called knapping. Knapping is basically a percussion flaking type of process where they hit the prepared stone core using another stone. For example, if this is a prepared stone core, they took another stone and they hit it. So because of this, there were many flakes that could be removed from the stone. And they used one of such flakes to make flake blades, burins, scrapers, points and borers. So the correct answer would be both 1 and 2 are correct. The next question is also related to geography, but since we have discussed epochs in our Stone Age, it is also relevant here. This is a hard question. Today we live in Meghalayan age. Consider the below statements. Statements have been given here. The question is, which of the above statements are correct? The first statement is, Meghalayan age belongs to Holocene epoch. This is correct because Meghalayan age, North Cripian age and Greenlandian age belong to Holocene epoch. The second statement is, Meghalayan age belongs to Pleistocene epoch. Obviously this is false. If one is right, then 2 will be wrong. The third statement is, Meghalayan age belongs to Quaternary period. This is also correct because Holocene epoch belongs to Quaternary period and Quaternary period has Holocene epoch as well as Pleistocene epoch. The fourth statement is, Meghalayan age belongs to Tertiary period. This is obviously false because if 3 is correct, 4 will be wrong. So basically tertiary period was the period before quaternary period. So tertiary period is over here. So the correct answer would be 1 and 3 are correct. Option C. So if we look at the timeline, we can see that Holocene epoch and Pleistocene epoch belong to quaternary period. And within the Holocene epoch, we have 3 ages. They are Meghalayan age, North Grippian age and Greenlandian age. As of today, the age is Meghalayan age. So Meghalayan age is the latest age in the Holocene epoch, or we can say Meghalayan age is latest age in quaternary period. If you have answered 9 out of 9 questions correct, then you're doing a great job. If you're able to, let's say, answer 6 or 7 out of 9, even then it is acceptable. If you are answering less than 6, please go and watch our videos once again. If you like these questions, you can download these from our Telegram channel. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.